like Siamese, the vibe gon' lunify me. Kick all cappers out, drunk off the fact they be whining. Took off, take a lot, still can't deliver it, going. Bitch, candy, I ain't stepping on candy. Trouble your tunes at the back. What we do, we gon' fuck up their children. This shit ain't for real.
Yo, so to speak, right? So to speak. Man, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense how the education system is moving still. Or I think maybe people's conviction within. Wait, hold on. Let me let me distinguish exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, education system, right? I'm not talking about the aspect within the education system that really teaches people something to learn. Okay, I'm not talking about that aspect. I'm talking about the aspect of just like formalizing the whole system, formalizing how you were able to recall work back, formalizing how you were, able to cram the work and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Handing in work on time, things like the whole getting marked, the whole getting examined. Sheesh, what's the word, neighbor? Come on. Just being programmed, right? Molded into just the kind of person that they want. I don't know who the hell is this they, right? AKA the people or the person, whatever entity that created the system of just marking kids off. You know what I'm saying? Marking you off, marking you correct, marking you incorrect for you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that sort of system right there, the correct, the wrong correct type evaluation of you, of your IQ, of your brain, like that whole thing, bro, is its own thing. It has, like, I believe it has nothing to do with retaining unique information, right? Information you've never knew, right? Taking whatever information that you gather that's unique and using all those gatherings to come up with some unique POV. Unique, man, double times unique, man, come on, different POV, you know what I'm saying? The kind of POV that can literally prove that nobody saw things this way and you are literally providing a solution. The kind of information that will help you provide a solution. That's not the education I'm talking about. Addressing, this right here. You know what I mean? The education system. I don't know whether that's the education system or that's the schooling. I think it's the schooling system. I think that's what it is. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I still to this day hear people talk about how they, would be so glad to have, completed their schooling, right? To be so glad to have graduated, high school, college, whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm coming from the standpoint of just look at the importance, the value of that sort of qualification, that sort of achievement, so to speak, right? I understand we do come from a time where that was the highest valued thing in terms of kickstarting a career for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Getting some income for yourself, like nice, handsome, hefty amounts of income that we're talking about, right? Education, bro, like as in the system, getting marked wrong or right, passing an examination or not, like that whole little system of evaluating the student, the scholar, you know what I'm saying? That stuff is, it was relevant back then, bro. Back then when this education system was the highest form, was the highest thing that's valued. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what you can build for yourself. But right now, gang, this shit is so decentralized. It actually makes me so happy. Right? The part of educating yourself where we're talking about, downloading new information, whether it's spiritual information, or let me say esoteric information, right? Or literal, just practical stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like practical shit that we can do and live day to day and things like whether getting it that way, right, esoterically, or just through observing your environment. But learn something new. And that doesn't even mean new-ish that never existed ever. And because we all know that nothing new under the sun, right? Nothing is created that's new under the sun. Things like that. Things have been going on. You know what I mean? But to you don't know everything, my boy. Girl. You You know what I'm saying? You don't know everything. So, hell yeah, a plethora, an immeasurable amount of things in reality are not like you're not familiar with. Let's face it. And so, something that's new, you got to consider it as something that you learn, like as invaluable, right? It's mad value. What is this now? What is this whole thing now? Twitch, what are you doing, gang? Cancel this. Oh my god, bro. Cancel the bullshit, gang. Get out of my face, please. You'll decide. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is new under the sun, bro. You don't know everything. So consider you knowing, you know what I'm saying? Just close the goddamn program, gang. Close freaking Twitch. Why is Twitch tweaking on me, gang? Why is this whole tweaking on me, man? Just leave me alone. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? So I'm more focused on how you get the information, how you gather new information. That shit is so decentralized. It's actually beautiful. Because the centralization of the information through the education system, I'm not even sure if I'm making sense right there. But let me say it again. The centralization of information, data about your reality through an education system, through textbooks, through black and white writing, through information that's there on physical paper. And that's another limitation too, physical paper. We are digitized right now, gang. You know what I'm saying? And so once things are digitized, they're more changeable. It's easier to change it than when things are pasted, you know what I'm saying? Galvanized. Not galvanized, but like just like on black and white, because it's not easy to change the information, so you have to just go with that information, regurgitate, and that's the whole system of just making it students grow up out of the, you know, primary school, pre-primary school, high school, varsity, you know, or college or whatever. Like, that's the whole thing. It's based off of how you can cram this centralized information that only this textbook, right? That you cramming this textbook will qualify you to go to the next stage of just like your life or access to information, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that whole centralization of using the textbooks, you know what I'm saying? Reading the inked, you know, black and white ink, like that shit is dead to me, gang. That shit is gone. People still lord it, right? Now reading, now things like traditional reading, gathering information, that it's gathering information, gang. It's not about reading so that you can appear. You know what I'm saying? You know the LARP of reading, the IQ LARP. Let me call it the IQ LARP. Live action role playing, you know what I'm saying? Pretending that your IQ is higher than what it really is. It's like, what are we doing at that point, right? You're only trying to look the part. I'm talking about really gaining the information and things like that. That's still cool if you want to learn something new. And I'm talking about really learning something new. And when we're talking about really learning something new, gang, listen to me. It goes beyond than just that one book you're reading. If we trying to educate us, learn something, right? You vary the sources, man. You check out different sources. You do your research, your due diligence. That's how you learn new things. Because keeping it just at that book, at that maybe a novel, maybe fiction book, maybe reality, maybe whatever, but keeping it at that's just you having crammed that information and you know, going according to the POV of whoever authored that book, and that's that. And again, not one person has all the information in the world, gang. So you limiting yourself to that one book, one textbook, claiming, no, I'm learning something through this one textbook. It literally, like, you're just limited to that one author's POV about the information. You see what I'm saying? What did you learn there? Said all of that to bring it back and reel it back home. Talk about this boy, man, this young bull, this young neighbor of mine, bro. Straight out of Jersey, you know what I'm saying? This it's TSJ Get Him. He came in right now, right? This was his live. It's the VOD right now. You know, I'll make sure to catch homies live, man. Like, he's a youngin, you know what I'm saying? That's his channel right there, TSJ Get Him. He's a youngin out of Jersey, bro. Like, I see a whole lot of myself in this guy right here, right? In this, well, he's 23, gang. He's a grown ant Nick. You know what I'm saying? grown ass neighbor, but you see what I'm like? He's younger than me, by more than half a decade. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? And so I see a lot of myself in him. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm listening. I'm going through his live right here. I'm going through his live. And right here, it's like, I think, he's playing like this. He's sharing some deep things. And that's the things that I'm telling you about, where it's like, I connect to some of these things that he be sharing on here. I resonate. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of the younger me. See what I'm saying? So he's sharpening himself, right? He's bettering himself, man. Come on, bro. Like, that shit right there deserves, like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me activate my soundboard. Let me see my soundboard active. He deserves one of these. TSJ, get him, man. Go tap in. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to improve his life. He's trying to read more. He's trying to educate himself more. He's talking about, getting into history. See what I'm saying? Getting into politics, this, then, the third. I was like, yo, that's so amazing, gang. Like, so what's the plan? What's the plan? You know what I'm saying? And then he mentions like, what do you say? Oh yeah, he started mentioning books like reading and reading political things. No, what else did he say? So he basically alluded to the whole, gaining the information from maybe books, textbooks, things like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's purely where he wants to keep his gathering of the information. You know what I'm saying? Educating himself, hiring his own, right? Heightening his own IQ levels. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to express that, but anyway, that's his, like, what he was alluding to was him just going through the thing textbook, like the textbook way, theory, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it gives from me. He may not be, just limiting himself to doing it that way, but that's what it was giving to me, right? And that's what inspired my soul to speak for you right now, right? It's be like, bro, I thought about it, I was like, TSJ, bro, this is a very good initiative, bro. WU, more power to you. Blessings, brother. You know what I'm saying? But, I feel like this kind of message, bro, like what hit me in my thoughts about this whole thing, I hope it helps somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's this, right? Bro, like, information, you trying to educate yourself, you trying to, like, sharpen your own mind, sharpen your own whatever, bro, IQ, whatever, nigga. It's like, I feel like let go of the traditional education system type way of educating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Going through a bunch of whole textbooks you done went through in high school, all suggest these books, all suggest those books. Bro, listen to me, bro. Just chill. You see what? Okay, I got a bunch of other channels where I react. Bro, sit down and react to some content, nigga. YouTube, bro, on stream, whatever, TikTok, bro. I feel like the highest IQ, the highest valuable IQ, right, is in the mind of the beholder, gang. It's in the mind of the beholder, gang. You can take in whatever information in the world, bro. You can be in the most dungeons of dungeons, bottom of the barrel. You think this is so dry, I cannot learn nothing here. It's nothing but degeneracy, darkness, death, all that. Just demons. Just D's, bro. Just darkness, death, demons. Right? But you can literally learn something unique, aka something that's like you can put something together that can take you out of that sort of scenario, aka, you find scenarios where you tell people about, yo, how we can get out of here, and they like, man, come on, bro, that shit has been attempted for far too many times for you to think it's about to be successful. Stop it. Listen to me. Your brain is valuable. You see that brain that you behold right there, or the brain that you hold, and what other people behold within the brain that you carry? That's that valuable ass brain. And that time, that individual has no education, no formal education, but guarantee that kind of individual, bro, is finna be the most successful out of all his peers. Because you know how to educate yourself. You know how to extract information that can educate you. You know what I'm saying? From places you wouldn't expect to be educated in, so to speak. So back to my whole, bro, it's as simple as watching content, right? Knowing what to filter out, Guess what? Knowing what to keep in. You can literally go through TikTok, bro. Learn something from that skibbity, what is it? Skibbity toilet meme type series. I'm serious. You can be, one of the most intelligent kids just by having, I don't know, just by having, bro, seen, what's going on there in a certain angle and this and that and the third, whereas the rest of the people only got slop from that whole experience. But you got something beautiful. Bro, at that point, you are education, my friend. You are the standard of how people are supposed to be learning. And you are the standard of how people are, of what people mean when they like, learn something. God damn it, learn something, nigga.